From oceans and deserts, California can and will be affected by climate change. My name is Kai Wilkes, and my partner Diego Hernandez have teamed up to discover the short and long-term effects of climate change. When starting this project, Diego and I had to create a definition not only for ourselves to help with research, but also for our audience so that they can better understand the rest of the documentary. Our definition reads: a change in global or regional climate patterns, in particular, a change apparent from the mid to late 20th century onwards, usually to the increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide produced by the use of fossil fuels and other greenhouse gases. With our definition in place, we set out to find more information and to find our first interview. And, well, what better place to start than our state climatologist, Michael Anderson. Unfortunately, because of conflicting schedules, we had to do our interview over email. That being said, my partner will be narrating the interview.
What do you think specifically is the biggest contributor to climate change in California? The driver of climate change in California is the same as what drives it globally: man-made greenhouse gas emissions. Whether the gases are released in California or in other parts of the world, they contribute to the entire atmosphere's total amount and increased temperatures. The prime greenhouse gas is carbon dioxide, and in California, the main source of carbon dioxide is from transportation, such as driving vehicles. Emissions act as a blanket, trapping heat and warming the surface of the planet on average. What direction is California headed in terms of their involvement to climate change? The impacts from climate change to the state include those things created by warming temperatures, such as increased wildfire risk, less reliable snowpack for water supply, heat waves that harm people's health, and sea level rise, which is caused by warmer poles. California is working hard in both areas that will be necessary in light of climate change: mitigation and adaptation. Mitigation is the reduction of emissions that cause greenhouse gases, and adaptation involves taking actions to prepare for the impacts anticipated. The state has some of the most forward-thinking legislation in the country on both of these approaches. For more, I suggest looking at the scoping plan, the strategy, for achieving California's 2030 greenhouse gas target. What can California do to improve? See the plans listed in the question above. Those are the comprehensive reports on mitigation and adaptation. Additional action should be taken by individuals to cut down on their emissions too. What is California doing correct? California is proactive when it comes to climate change. The state is a leader in actions for both mitigation and adaptation in terms of legislation promoting awareness, providing best science and data to planners and the public, and working to develop water policies that will ensure a reliable water supply for future generations.